Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode what is really going on behind the scenes at the companies you care about. And sometimes things are not what they seem, especially when a top executive is heading out the door. Today, we're diving into a fascinating Form 8K filing from Malibu Boats Incorporated, a company that makes, well, you guessed it, boats. This report details some pretty significant changes happening behind the scenes, including a big shakeup in their financial leadership. Stick around because we're going to break down what this means for Malibu Boats and what you should be paying attention to. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, if you enjoy getting clear, straightforward insights from these official corporate documents, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and for a deeper dive and to chat with us and other viewers, join our Discord linked right down in the description. So the date is November 12th, 2025, and Malibu Boats Incorporated, or MBU as they're known on the stock market, is announcing some big news. The first and maybe most impactful is the departure of their Chief Financial Officer, Bruce W. Beckman. This happened on that very day. November 12th, 2025, he is stepping down from his role and from any other positions he held within the company and its subsidiaries too. It is always a significant moment when the person in charge of a company's money walks out the door. Now, it is not a clean break. Mr. Beckman isn't just vanishing, he has signed a transition release and consulting agreement. This means he'll actually be hanging around as a consultant for the company until the end of December 2025. What does this consulting gig mean for him financially? We're looking at continued payment of his base salary for a full year. That sounds pretty good. However, he won't be eligible for any bonus for the company's 2026 fiscal year, for any stock or equity awards he already received. Those will keep vesting as planned through his consulting period. It seems like a way to ensure a smooth handover and possibly keep his expertise accessible for a short time. But the story doesn't end with a departure. It also has a new beginning. On the same day, November 12th, 2025, Malibu Boats Board of Directors made another crucial decision. They appointed David S. Black as the new Chief Financial Officer. This appointment is set to officially take effect on November 13th, 2025. Mr. Black will be taking on the responsibilities of both the Principal Financial Officer and the Principal Accounting Officer, essentially becoming the new guardian of the company's finances. Let's talk a bit about Mr. Black. He is 43 years old and has been with Malibu Boats since 2017, starting as Director of Internal Audit. He has moved up the ladder, serving as Vice President of Finance since November 2023, and even stepped in as Interim Chief Financial Officer from April 2023 to November 2023. So he is not exactly new to the role or the company. He has got over 19 years of experience in accounting and finance. He is a sharp guy, holding degrees in finance and certifications like Certified Public Accountant and Certified Internal Auditor. This background suggests he is well equipped to handle the financial helm. Now for the juicy part, the terms of his new role. Mr. Black has entered into an employment agreement that starts on November 13th, 2025. It is designed to be for an indefinite term, meaning it can continue as long as both parties are happy. His annual base salary will be a solid $400,000. On top of that, he is eligible for an annual cash bonus of up to 75% of his base salary, but this is all tied to hitting performance goals set by the company's compensation committee, so his pay is directly linked to how well the company does. He'll also get the usual benefits, like participating in employee benefit plans and vacation programs, and a fun perk for a boat company, he is eligible for the use of a company-owned boat. Sounds like a pretty sweet deal, especially if you love boating. There is also a safety net built into his contract. If his employment is terminated by the company without a valid reason, or if he resigns for a good reason, as defined in the agreement, he is entitled to his annual base salary for 12 months following the termination. This is a common practice to ensure a smooth transition and provide some security for top executives. To further align his interests with the company's success, Mr. Black will also receive an award of Restricted Stock Units, or RSUs, on November 13th, 2025. He'll get RSUs valued at $100,000. These won't just appear in his account all at once, they'll vest over 3 years, meaning a portion will become fully his each year on November 13th for the next 3 years. The value of these RSUs is based on the company's stock price, on the day they're granted, and they depend on him staying with the company. This is a pretty standard way for companies to incentivize executives to stick around and work towards long-term growth. It is also worth noting that Mr. Black has an indemnification agreement with the company. This is a standard legal document that protects him from personal liability for actions taken on behalf of the company. It has been in place since 2013 and was approved by the board. This is a common practice for corporate officers, and importantly, they've stated there are no reported transactions or relationships between the company and Mr. Black that need to be disclosed under specific regulations. This suggests everything is clean and transparent regarding his appointment. To get the word out, on November 13th, 2025, the company issued a press release announcing both Mr. Beckman's departure and Mr. Black's appointment. This is standard procedure for such significant leadership changes. This information is filed as an exhibit, but it is important to remember that this kind of press release information is usually furnished, not filed, meaning it is provided for review but doesn't carry the same legal weight as formally filed documents under certain sections of securities law. Looking at the exhibits, we can see the actual documents laid out. We have the transition agreement with Bruce Beckman as Exhibit 10.1, the employment agreement with David Black as Exhibit 10.2, and the press release as Exhibit 99.1. And there is also Exhibit 104, which is the cover page of this report formatted in a fancy digital way called Inline XBRL. These exhibits are the actual agreements and documents that back up the announcements made in the filing. Now, let's weave this all together. It appears Malibu Boats is undergoing a leadership transition in its finance department. The departure of Bruce Beckman, while softened by a consulting agreement and continued salary, marks the end of his tenure as CFO. His replacement, David Black, comes with deep internal knowledge, having held various finance roles within the company for years. His appointment to CFO, effective November 13th, 2025, is backed by a solid employment agreement with a competitive salary, bonus potential tied to performance, and equity incentives. The terms seem designed to attract and retain talent. Aligning Mr. Black's success with the company's, the indemnification agreement is standard and reassuring. What does this all mean for Malibu Boats moving forward while the financial tables aren't detailed in this specific 8K filing? The timing and nature of these changes are key. A smooth transition in financial leadership is crucial for investor confidence. Mr. Black's internal promotion suggests a continuity of financial strategy, which can be a positive sign. However, any executive departure, especially from a CFO role, can introduce a degree of uncertainty. We will need to keep a close eye on future financial reports to see how Mr. Black's leadership impacts the company's financial health and strategic execution. The fact that Mr. Beckman is staying on as a consultant for a few months indicates a desire for a soft landing and knowledge transfer, which is generally a good sign for stability. The agreement also highlights the company's commitment to retaining talent and ensuring continuity where possible. In the broader context, Malibu Boats operates in a competitive marine industry. Leadership stability and strong financial management are vital for navigating market fluctuations and capitalizing on growth opportunities. So, to wrap up, Malibu Boats is making a significant leadership change at the top of its finance division. David Black, a seasoned internal executive, is taking the reins as CFO. While Mr. Beckman is leaving his formal role, he'll provide consulting support through year. And the terms of Mr. Black's employment appear competitive and designed to foster long-term success. This transition, while a notable event, seems to be managed with a focus on continuity and stability. We'll be watching their future filings to see the financial impact under new leadership. Alright, that is our breakdown of Malibu Boats' latest corporate announcement. What is your take on these leadership changes and what they might signal for the company's future? Do you think an internal promotion is always the best way to go for a CFO role, or would you prefer an outside perspective? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this analysis valuable, please hit that like button. It really helps us out. And if you want more straightforward breakdowns of corporate filings, make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to join our Discord community, linked in the description for more discussions. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next Decode.